shopping haul, but not really. I I'm really happy about this thing. I went to Costco today with a friend. I don't have a Costco card. I could, but I also have friends that have them, and we just go together, um, which is really, really nice. And I didn't really need a lot of things because honestly, I went to Costco a month ago with my parents, and they bought me a lot of stuff, which is really super nice. And so I didn't really need like Costco things per se, but there were just a couple of little things that I did need. And one of those things was tea, because I drink tea a lot, as you probably know. I don't drink coffee normally in the mornings. I drink black tea. Oh, that's my cat kicking the wall. Hope she stops soon. Yeah, so I was gonna get just like a big box of Tetley tea, black tea, but then I was walking around and one of the rows they had, ready? This, voila, enormous tin. See it in front of my body? It's like the size of my torso. Of this Peter Rabbit tea. I'm sure it's something special for Easter, but at first I saw the container and I was kind of like, what is that? I need to investigate. And then I saw that it's just English breakfast tea. It's just black tea, and I thought, I'm gonna put away this Tetley right away. So I put it back and I grabbed this. Yes, it's more expensive than the Tetley tea, which I think was on sale for $11 for a big box of like 300 tea bags, whereas this I think was $18 for 240. So it was more expensive. I recognize that, but I also recognize that this size of tea, that's not a terribly bad deal. And if the tea is good, like if it's nice quality, it's worth it. I don't know if it'll be like Yorkshire red or gold, but I hope it's better than Tetley. I don't know, it came in this nice tin. Why would it be worse? It's from New England Teas. I've never had such a thing. Oh, look at the tin. It does have this kind of funny lip, but this is the part that opens like that. It's so enormous. There's just, the reason it's so big and only has 240 tea bags is they are packaged. Let's open it up and I'll show you. So they're not all just 240 of them loose. A whole bunch of these small bags. It's kind of nice that when you open it, you're not everything's going to start to go stale at the same time while all the rest of it is going to stay nice and fresh for a really long time in those packages. There's a bunch of them. But I'm going to open this just to smell it. Probably not going to drink it because it's almost 8 p.m. in the evening. And this tea is caffeinated. But I'll drink it tomorrow. Okay, it's not easy to open. I need to get some scissors. Hi, Pico. Hi. You already ate dinner, baby. Yeah, it smells good. It smells good. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36,
40. There are 40 tea bags in here. So I think it'll be a little different because this is English breakfast and not orange pekoe, which are slightly different teas, and I can't remember exactly what makes them different. It's not a different plant, it's the same plant, it's black tea. It just has something to do with either the way they roast it or some slight differences in that makes this different. I'm gonna look that up so that I can better explain it because I wanna know. Add a tin so that it's fresh for us tomorrow morning. Peter Rabbit. It's kind of textured tin too. This is my year of collecting food that comes in cool tins. So as you can remember, I have what's on the table over there, that Dutch cookie tin, the butter cookies. And now, sorry, wiggly wiggly. This Peter Rabbit. I also love the daisies. Read something about it. I'll read that. But first, we want to know what the difference is between orange pekoe and English breakfast. What's the difference between orange pekoe and English breakfast tea? What did someone say on Reddit 11 years ago? What's the difference? Okay, with black tea, the tips or the youngest leaves are considered to have most flavor, and then the flavor goes down as you get older. The tips, when dried, are golden yellow, which why tea made with many tips is called tippy golden flowery orange pekoe. The scale goes down from there to golden flowery orange pekoe, then just pekoe, or orange pekoe, then pekoe, but there's no standard. Higher quality leaves if you buy from Stingle Estate, while common tea bags in the USA are a mix of pekoe and orange pekoe. English breakfast is a term for a blend of black teas that is traditionally mostly Ceylon tea, mixed with tea from Assam. Okay, so it's a blend. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so orange pekoe is the grading quality of a tea. It's not a variety. So it's orange pekoe is a lower grade for a whole leaf tea. And then English breakfast is a specific tea blend variety, a blend of tea varieties. So it tastes really good with milk, which is how I drink it. Okay. Well, that's that. Okay, so what does it say on the back of the tin? English breakfast tea, 240 tea bags. Thé déjeuner anglais, 240 sachets de thé. Beatrix Potter was born in London in 1866. During her rather lonely childhood and later, as a young woman, she studied art and natural history. She acquired her love and knowledge of the countryside during her family holidays, at first in Scotland and then in the Lake District, where she later made her home and where many of her famous tales are set. Nice. I'll read the French too, because that's what we do. Beatrix Potter. Oh, Pico. My cat kicking. I don't want to yell at her though. Beatrix Potter est né à Londres en 1866. Pendant son enfance plutôt solitaire et plus tard, en tant que jeune femme, elle a étudié l'art et l'histoire naturelle. Elle a acquis son amour et sa connaissance de la campagne lors de ses vacances en famille, d'abord en Écosse, puis dans le Lake District, où elle s'est installée plus tard et où se déroulent plusieurs de ses célèbres contes. Conte means tales. I remember having a bunch of the books. Peter Rabbit. I told my friend as I was getting this, Peter Rabbit was the first book I ever pretended to read because I have this memory of our little Peter Rabbit book set. They were like in a little box and there were these little books, and I remember grabbing one of them because I just so desperately wanted to be able to read like books, but I wasn't a reader yet. And I remember like plopping myself down somewhere cozy in the basement with this book and just like looking at the pages and like pretending to read it. Because there was pictures in the book, but it wasn't a picture book. There was a lot more text per page than there were images. Yeah, I think our mom read the books to us too. I remember going to a reading camp when I was older, and I could definitely read. I went to this summer day camp, reading camp, with my younger brother, who's only 18 months younger than me, so a year and a half younger than me, and somehow we sandwiched, like I was the strongest reader at the camp and he was the weakest reader at the camp. We were the strongest and weakest, and it was just a little week-long reading camp, and at the end of the week we had staged a little puppet show of Peter Rabbit story, and I was the narrator and my little brother was just a little mouse that had a pea in his mouth, so his line was it was very cute and very memorable. It was fun. We got to have ice cream almost every single day after that camp. It was a summer treat. So yeah, I like Peter Rabbit, and we had Peter Rabbit like dishes and cups and things like that as well. I don't know if they were mine specifically or if they were for my eldest brother when he was a baby. Either way, like they were kind of like all of our sort of like baby memento bowls and cups and teacups and things like that, which I believe are in my parents' basement. They're not really used because they're precious little things. So yay, I have this big tin. What am I gonna do with this when it's empty of tea? Maybe I'll put more tea in it. It's just so gigantic though. Easter tea. Okay, that concludes our video today. Have a good night.